I scaled my business from a $5,000 investment to $12 million a year in just 4 years. Then went on to sell the business and exit it successfully. Today, I'm scaling multiple B2B businesses using the same principles I learned from my big venture. And more importantly, I'm on a mission to make entrepreneurship simpler for millions. In this video, I will tell you exactly how I went from a broke college student to making millions of dollars in just 4 years. Before we start, a quick disclaimer. Watching this video and implementing these steps can literally change how you look at entrepreneurship. However, if you don't have enough time to watch an entire YouTube video like this, then you should just look away now, as this video is probably not for you. Let's start in 2009. In a Quinnipiac college dorm room, I started a textbook business to compete with my school bookstore. I even had a referral program where kids would go around and tell people that I was a textbook guy, so they would sell me their textbooks at the end of the year. This business was booming, and it was nice side money as a college kid. But then I got a cease and desist letter from Quinnipiac telling me to knock it off and stop competing with their monopoly of a school bookstore. This ended up being one of the best things that ever happened to me. I had this Amazon account that I was selling textbooks on, and I started experimenting with what else I could sell on Amazon. Doing a lot of trial and error, I finally found out that toys and baby products was a great industry, good margins, easy to return, and all these different toy and baby manufacturers didn't know what e-commerce was, so they would partner with me. I would sell their product, they would ship it to where I needed it, and this was a great business model because I didn't have money to buy inventory and I didn't have a place to store inventory. My Amazon business was born. I also met my business partner Connor Gillivan in a business law class during this time, and we teamed up to sell over 25 million on Amazon from 2008 to 2016. However, we struggled to hire. College kids were super unreliable. We had to bang on their doors every single day to get them to wake up to work their shifts. They were smoking weed, drinking on the job, and we had to hire if we wanted to scale this business. Then a buddy of mine, Ryan, introduced me to my first virtual assistant in the Philippines. This was a game changer. I finally had a solution to my hiring problems. It took me a while to learn how to hire virtual assistants properly, but when we did, our business scaled. Now, as we were scaling and building this great team of VAs and freelancers, Amazon became harder, but I started to network with other people in the e-commerce space, and they had that same hiring problem. So I started offering them my virtual assistants, my pre-vetted VAs and freelancers, and that became the FreeUp marketplace, a marketplace where you could sign up, put in a request, get access to pre-vetted talent with protection in case anything went wrong. Connor and I started this with $5,000. That went to an initial website, an MVP software that did very little, and a few other tools and part-time virtual assistants on our internal team. We did $1 million in the first year, $5 million in the second, $9 million in the third, and $12 million in the fourth before being acquired by the Hoth in 2019. Here are some of the lessons that I learned along the way. Lesson number one, this was our first B2B business. Whereas Amazon would get us all the clients, we had to learn marketing and SEO. While my business partner doubled down at SEO, I looked for opportunities to get in front of e-commerce sellers. That was our target market to start. I went on every single e-commerce podcast I could find. I went to e-commerce events. I joined e-commerce Facebook groups. I got on networking calls with different e-commerce entrepreneurs and influencers. I wanted to meet everyone in the space and get in every possible e-commerce community that I could. Any opportunity that I had, I took advantage of. I remember this Amazon influencer, Ben Cummings, let me do a presentation to his community. And before I even started, he said, Nate, this is going to be a game changer for your business. I need to know that you can handle the clients that I'll send you. And I looked him in the eye and I said, I promise I will take care of everyone that you send me. He let me do a presentation to his community, and this completely changed FreeUp for the next 4 years. We were the go-to for his entire Amazon community, and I spent the next week on sales calls talking to all his different customers. It was opportunities like that that I said yes to, that I took advantage of, that changed FreeUp over the 4 years. Number two was amazing hiring. On our internal team, now keep in mind we had thousands of VAs and freelancers on the platform, but our internal team was 30 VAs in the Philippines, doing everything from customer service to sales calls to bookkeeping to marketing, operations, fulfillment, you name it. They were amazing, and we had less than 5% turnover. We created a culture where people loved FreeUp. They believed in FreeUp, and they felt ownership of FreeUp. And we pushed the limit on what virtual assistants could do. We treated them well, we gave them bonuses and raises, and when we sold FreeUp, we even took $500,000 from the sale and made sure our internal team was taken care of. Building a great team was one of the keys to scaling FreeUp. We couldn't have done it without them. FreeUp operated 24/7. We had requests and customer service inquiries coming in on nights and weekends. We had sales calls being booked all the time. It was more than I could handle, and without this great internal team, we never would have grown. Or if we had a lot of turnover and we had to keep retraining, we never would have been able to hit 8 figures. Number 3, we focused on low risk, high reward situations. Stuff like podcasts, very low risk. If I do a podcast and no one listens, nothing bad happens. If it blows up, all of a sudden I get in front of thousands of my ideal people. And this went on the internal side as well. We invested very little into a software that we called our MVP, minimum viable product, and we called it Time Clock. At the beginning, this software did almost nothing. Clients could log in, freelancers could track time, clients could see it on their end, and that was it. But this held the business together. And only once we got sales, we started to add more to the software, different features that would move the needle with the business. But we started small, very low risk, and built over time. My mentality is to throw things against the wall. In terms of marketing, we would try everything. We tried posting on Quora, we tried podcasts and partnerships and all these different things. And when something would work, we would double down and do more. And when something didn't work, we would pull back and try something else or tweak it and try it again. Number 4 is partnerships. And this was a big key. Our goal was to partner with every single e-commerce service provider in the space or software company that didn't provide VAs and virtual assistants. So we went to every e-commerce software company and said, hey, you don't provide VAs and freelancers. We don't provide e-commerce software. Let's cross promote each other. Let's do videos together. Let's do blog articles together. Let's blast you to our newsletter and vice versa. And by year 4, we were partnering with everyone in the e-commerce space. And we even branched out into the marketing space doing the same thing, finding bigger partners that would promote us to their community and vice versa. Partnerships were the key. And even now with all of our companies, we have a partner directory on all our websites, and we're always trying to partner with great other companies in the space that don't have a competing product or service. Number 5 is treating people well. And this went for both clients, freelancers, our internal team, and our partners. We wanted everyone to have a good experience. If a freelancer on the platform wasn't happy, we wanted to know why and how we could improve it. If a client had a bad experience hiring a virtual assistant, we would give them credit towards a new VA and make sure they were 100% happy. This kept our reputation at an all-time high. We got tons of 5-star reviews, and business owners know that you're going to make mistakes as a startup. What matters is how you handle it. And we went above and beyond to make sure that clients were happy, and both the clients and the freelancers really appreciated this. We love feedback, and we were always trying to improve the marketplace. Number 6 is podcasts. I touched upon a little already, but podcasts are a great way to network with the top people in the space. It's good for SEO and backlinks and getting in front of thousands of people and evergreen content that you can repurpose. I went on over 900 podcasts. It's free. It's a great way to grow your business, and it was a game changer for FreeUp. Number 7 was our referral program. We created a referral program on the client side where anyone you referred, you would get 50 cents for every hour we billed to them forever. And on the freelance side, you get 25 cents for every hour they worked forever. This led to free marketing. People would go to conferences and tell people about FreeUp. If a client had a good experience, they would tell all their friends. Freelancer have a good experience, tell all their friends. We paid out over $250,000 in the last year of FreeUp, and that was an amazing way to get clients and other great freelancers on the platform and to keep people loyal to FreeUp. If Bob referred Joe, he wanted Joe to stay on the platform so that Bob would make affiliate money. We wanted to pay out this money. It was a great way to say thank you for telling people about FreeUp. And lastly, number 8, just luck. We were very fortunate that things went our way. Luck is a big part of business, and anyone that tells you otherwise is just luck. It was great timing when we started our Amazon business and when we started FreeUp, and there were a lot of breaks that just went our way along the way, whether it's an influencer saying yes, or getting on a podcast before it blew up, or getting a client to just give us a try early on. There are breaks that you're gonna get, and that's just part of business. This is how I did it and the biggest lessons that I learned. And I have no doubt that if you implement these tips on your journey, that you will see awesome results. However, these couple of tips are just a small piece of the puzzle, and I obviously couldn't cover everything in this YouTube video. You see, throughout scaling multiple companies to 6, 7, and 8 figures, I've learned a whole lot. Today, I'm on a mission to make entrepreneurship simpler for millions using my experience and the things that I've learned. So if you're an entrepreneur that's looking to shortcut the learning curve and learn from someone who has done it before, make sure you click the link in the description and join my newsletter. In there, I literally give away everything I've learned about entrepreneurship and scaling businesses. And the best part is it's completely free. So again, click the link below and join. I'll see you there.